morning, and welcome to another video. I decided to put my unsolicited 2 cents in regarding the recent election back in the adjacent states of America. Highly disappointing. Very glad that I made the decision to move abroad when I did, and that I have a visa that can be easily renewed after 4 years for another 4 years, because I do not want to put up with the headache and the stress of the first term. Every day it was something else, something additional, some other stress, some other WTF moment. I don't want to put up with the looks, the stares, the entitlement that was given to the majority population, especially those who had some internal opposition towards anybody that wasn't like them. So, choosing my words wisely for YouTube. But no, I just don't want to deal with that again. I have a little anxiety about going home for Thanksgiving because I'm from Alabama, so I just don't want to see it, don't want to deal with it. But I do want to see my family. That was part of the agreement I made with my mom, so I got to do it. It's just for a few days. But the election, I'm coming at it from a different angle because while I'm shocked, I'm not shocked because I know my country. Less than 200 years ago, my people were enslaved for over 400 years. So when were we ever seen as equal? I know there's been progression as far as the way that some people think, but the majority is the majority. People that look like me make up 14%, less than 14% of the population. We were not considered whole people. We were considered property. And to have a leader that promotes that type of division is concerning. So being here in the country now where I look like everybody else and I'm considered to be a homeboy until I open my mouth is priceless. After all the years of the stares, the entitlement, the names, the covert and invert.
Yes, I meant overt. I was distracted, as you could tell.
Favoritisms and lack of favoritisms. It's glad to have some peace before my eternal rest. There were some people that voted for one issue. They heard improved economy. They remember getting some type of stimulus check, which I know nothing about because I was not eligible. They heard conversations about protecting the border and mass deportation. And they voted on that. They also voted against a woman. I would never vote for a woman. That was the only reason for either voting the opposite or not voting at all. Which, by the way, this is not based on hearsay or speculation. This is based on conversations that I've had with people and the things that they've said. So, but one thing I want everybody to understand is to listen to what this man is saying, because he's going to do what he said he's going to do. So, I see a lot of people online talking about they're moving, they're leaving, yada, 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 yada. And I know this time next year, they're gonna be in the same place doing the same thing. You don't really want it. I know it's scary. I mean, to be honest, it's already started. Look at the text message scandal that has already happened. And it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. So, I choose peace. I'm not giving up my citizenship, but I am going to investigate dual citizenship. Because if this man gets what he wants, which is a dictatorship, I love the concept of my country and what it's supposed to stand for, but it's not doing that right now. Not for me. And I have to speak on me and my experience. For some, it may still be the land of milk and honey. That's one of the rewards of privilege. I just spoke to some of the guys out here doing construction. That's the warmest greeting, the warmest greeting. The last complex I lived in the States, there were some people doing construction. They were of a different background. Nah. Gave me the look like, don't speak to me, which I didn't. So, little things like that matter, make a difference. And I'm glad I can say, how's it? Like a South African now. Anything else I say, they know what's up. Another thing to think about is the fact that no empire lasts forever. Roman Empire, any superpower. There have been empires here in Africa that are no longer. And now the U.S. is coming upon 250 years in existence. And unfortunately, it's on a decline. And that is the truth. People don't want to hear it. People want to hear about making America great again, but we can't make it great until we can take care of our own people. And that's all the people, no matter how we got here. Which all of us, except those that are native to the land, are not from here. I challenge you to think about where China was about 100 years ago and where they are today. The rise and fall of superpowers, so it'll be someone else's turn. Because the way this administration is already kicking off, it's wrong. It's not right. It's not for all the people. So the U.S. needs to stop portraying that image of being the land of milk and honey, because it's not. Like I said, I'm not bashing my country. I'm proud to be an American for what it stood for, because it does not stand for the same thing right now. So, don't get me wrong. The campaign was run a lot on America first, but it's more like America alone, which we can survive on this planet by ourselves. We need other countries, and other countries are seeing what we're doing. Good thing is they realize it's not all of us. They realize it was not a joint decision to bring this person back into office. On a side note, this was the perfect conditions for me to do my cardio today. First thing in the morning, before a lot of traffic starts in the complex, and it was cloudy. But now the sun is coming out, so it's kind of intensifying and blinding my vision, and I'm not bringing a hat. So I'm gonna get through it. But at least I remember the sunscreen this time. Because last time, your brother got microwaved out here. And speaking of Thanksgiving, if you're in the States, if you're American, do your research. Now, the story they told us in grade school is a Total lie. A total lie. It's truly a story. Another case of Europeans trying to dominate the whole world. So the little peaceful pilgrims coming over and having a sit-down breakfast with the natives. And why are they called Indians? Who came up with that idea? They're not from India. So anyway, another sign of disrespect. But yeah, just do your research, do some reading, watch some videos, find out the real truth. We also have to look at how we do elections. This electoral college is trash. I mean, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense whatsoever. It should be the majority. Everybody that votes for a candidate, that candidate wins. Simple as that. In some cultures, the person that did not win becomes the vice. So you have a balance of power. But, you know, we're called the United States, but we have 50 different ways of doing things. So where's the unification? That's been my struggle. But when it comes to elections, we can't sit down on the midterms, which a lot of people do. Because that's where some decisions are made. Right now, everything looks like it's Republican. We have the power to change that in 2 years. We also have to look at this polarization. Where do we meet in the middle? Where are the common topics between Democrats and Republicans? And do we even need Democrats and Republicans? A lot of questions that need to be answered. A lot of questions that people need to think about internally. God, I love this view. I love this view. Truth be told, we are a great country, but we need to stop trying to tell everybody else what to do. Respect the differences, respect the cultures. We say we want to be respectful of differences in cultures. We don't even do it at home. But we want to try to change what people do in their countries and their cultures. Also start treating people as equal. We don't do it at home, and we don't do it in other cultures. Neither candidate had anything to say about these 54 African countries that are willing to partner, that are willing to build relationships with the adjacent states of America. But nobody took advantage of that, and they're noticing. And that's sad, because there's great wealth and great riches, and I'm not talking about what's in the ground here in this continent. Missed opportunity for both people. I'm just glad that the rest of the world knows it wasn't everybody. It was not a collaborative effort to vote this man back in. We're not all happy with the results. We are not a country full of bigotry and all those other words that you can't see on YouTube. So I'm glad other countries know that. Because the way we look right now, yeah. Wow. Bottom line is the U.S. showed the world who we are, who we've always been, who we probably will always be. So it's up to us as individuals to do what's best for us. So, great workout, great talk. Peace.